Welcome to today's practice. We're going to keep this one quite short. We're going to keep it suitable for beginners. As always in your yoga practice, if something doesn't feel right for you, if it's not comfortable in any way, if it causes you pain, then don't do it. Don't force your body into positions that it's really not comfortable with. The body can take a while to open up, so no frustration, no competitiveness, just be wherever it is that you are today and work with that. Okay, so we're going to start standing. So coming through to the front edge of your mat, bringing your feet slightly apart, finding a little bit of space between your toes, grounding down through the feet, drawing the energy up through the legs. We've just got a neutral arch in the lumbar spine, we're not overarching. Shoulders are soft and the arms are just going to release down alongside you. And then if your balance is okay, we're going to close our eyes. If that makes you feel really wobbly, keep your eyes open. Take a few moments to start to link into your breath. So the breath is in and out through the nose. If you're comfortable with Ujjayi breathing, we'll start to use our Ujjayi breath. Just noticing the body adjusting itself in space. Taking some time to just start to draw your awareness inside. So letting go of everything else that is going on around you. It's just you, your breath on your yoga mat. We're going to bring the hands together at our heart center into Anjali Mudra. Keep the shoulders soft and take a moment or two to find a sense of gratitude. And if you woke up this morning and could breathe freely and easily, then you have something to be grateful for. Perhaps just bringing to mind anything else that you feel you have to be grateful for at this time. And then as you next exhale, take your chin down towards your chest, float open the eyes and raise the gaze. Okay, so just starting to find some movement here. As you inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, arms wide, take them out behind you so you really open the chest. And then bring the hands through to the heart center. So inhale to reach up. Exhale wide with the arms. Hands back through to the heart. One more. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, chest opens as you arms reach out wide. Hands back through to the heart center. And then inhale, reach the arms up, and as you exhale, soften the knees. We're going to find a gentle forward fold here. Just take your hands to your shins. Find a halfway lift, long straight back, and as you exhale, just gently folding forwards here. Inhale, flat back to come up, arms wide. Exhale back through to the heart center. Let's go again. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale, swan diving forwards, bending the knees, hands to the shins, halfway lift there. And as you exhale, a little bit of a forward fold. And then inhale, arms wide, reach up. Exhale, hands back through to the heart. So do one more. This time we'll hold our forward bend. So inhale, reach the arms wide. Exhale, swan dive forwards, bending the knees as you come forward. So you can keep the hands to the shins, or if you can comfortably reach, hands to the floor. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold into this here. So if you are doing this first thing in the morning and your hamstrings are tight, or if they're tight anyway, keep as much of a bend in the knees as you need to. We're going to hold on to our opposite elbows here.
And just let the crown of the head release down. You might give the head a little bit of a shake while you're here. You could bend one knee at a time, just sway it out from side to side. Couple more breaths. And as your hamstrings start to warm up, you might feel that you can work towards straightening the legs. If they're still really tight, don't worry, keep the knees bent. And we're going to release our hands back down onto the mat. So bend the knees as much as you need to. And then step back into a plank pose. From there, we'll bring the knees down onto the mat and come through onto all fours. So just a few rounds of happy cat, angry cat. Inhale, lifting the chin and the tailbone. And as you exhale, rounding your spine, tucking the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, lift up through the tailbone, through the chin. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. And then coming back through to a flat back. Swing your right foot out to the side. Take your right hand a little bit further out in front of where it is. Extend your left leg out behind you and take your left arm up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. A little bit of lift up through the hips and then draw your left arm forwards over your left ear. If you don't want to look up, you can look forwards or you can look down. Lengthen through the left side body. Keep the left foot grounded. Reach out through the fingers. Take your gaze to one spot, your drishti. So you're not looking around the room getting distracted. Come to the breath. And then take your left arm back up towards the ceiling. Come back over onto all fours. We'll do the other side. Swing your left foot out to the side. Left hand a little bit further out in front. Right leg extends. The right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. A little lift of the hips and draw the right arm forwards over your ear. So lengthening through the right side body. Staying grounded through the right foot. One more breath. Take your right arm back up towards the ceiling. Come back onto all fours. And then from there we're going to tuck our toes and find our way into downwards facing dog. So just having a few breaths here. Anytime you need to release out, you can just drop your knees down onto the mat. And then pad out the feet here, find a little bit of movement. Just stretching through the back of one leg at a time. And then maybe through both legs. So you're drawing the heels down towards the back edge of your mat. Doesn't matter if they don't reach it. And if this is tight in your legs, just keep a softness in the knees. Gently drawing the lower abdomen. And then from there, as you inhale, take your right leg up towards the ceiling. As you exhale round the spine, bring your knee through, try and touch your nose. Inhale, right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale round the spine, knee to nose. Inhale to extend the right leg up. And then as you exhale, we're going to step the right foot through between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot, and as you inhale, come up through your high lunge. A few breaths here. So if you've got any arm issues, shoulder issues, drop your hands down to the waist. If it feels better for you, we'll keep a bend in the back knee. It doesn't matter whether you bend or straighten that back leg, whichever feels better for you. You can challenge your balance a little by taking your gaze up, but if that makes you feel wobbly, just look forwards or down. I'm going to take one more breath here.
And then we're going to open up to the left. So you're going to ground your left foot, keep your right foot facing forwards, Virabhadrasana 2. So your right knee is bent, your left leg is straight. Grounding through the feet, reaching out through the arms, gazes out over your right middle finger. Couple of breaths. Just make sure your right knee is tracking out over your toes. If you ever come into pain in any of these poses, it's important you come out, don't stay there. And then we'll take our right forearm down onto our thigh and our left arm reaches out over our ear. So reach out through those left fingers. Extending through the whole left side body. Like a big yawn for your body. And then inhale, come back up through your Virabhadrasana 2. Drop your left hand to your left thigh, flip your right palm and take your right arm up towards the ceiling. You can look up at your right hand, you can look down at your left foot. Keep the bend in your right knee. Awareness is on your breath. And then inhale back through Virabhadrasana 2 and we'll straighten the right leg and parallel the feet. Bring the hands through to the waist, roll the shoulders back and down, and as you exhale, soften your knees and fold forwards. So we're going to keep the hands to the waist, move the elbows behind you so they move towards each other, and the crown of the head releases down. Couple of breaths. Nice long spine. You can keep as much of a bend in the knees as you need to. And then soften your knees as you inhale. Come back through to upright. Turn your right foot to face the front edge of your mat. Hands down to frame the right foot. We'll step back through into our plank pose. From there, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Connecting to the breath, inhaling the left leg up behind you. And as you exhale, round the spine, knee to nose. Inhale, extend the leg back out behind you. Exhale, round your spine, knee to nose. Inhale to extend the leg back out behind you. And then step the left foot through between the hands. We'll stay on the ball of the back foot and come up into our high lunge. Again, how much you bend that left knee is up to you. The more you bend the knee, the stronger the pose is going to feel. You can straighten the back leg if that feels okay. If you feel compression in the lower back, keep the back knee bent. We'll take one more breath here. And we're going to open up to the right, so you're going to ground your right foot. Release the arms out, Virabhadrasana 2. So grounding strongly through the feet, soft through the shoulders. Find as much of a bend in that left leg as you can, keeping the right leg straight. Always using the breath as an anchor to bring you back to the present moment. And then bringing your left forearm down onto your thigh, reaching your right arm out over your ear. So really lengthening through the right side body, perhaps rolling open a little through the right shoulder. Take one more breath. And then inhale up through Virabhadrasana 2. Drop your right hand to your right thigh, flip your left palm and find your reverse warrior. Again, you can look up, you can look down at your right foot. Lengthening through the left side body, keeping the bend in the left knee. And then come back through your Virabhadrasana 2. We'll straighten the left leg and parallel the feet. And this time we'll clasp the hands behind us. Roll the shoulders back and down
A little bit of lift up through the heart, and as you exhale, we're folding forwards here. So a little bit of opening through the shoulders. Crown of the head again, lengthening down. Straightening the legs only if that feels okay for you. Take one more breath. And then draw in the lower abdomen, soften the knees, and as you inhale, come way back through to upright. Release your hands and step your feet together at the front edge of your mat. Bring the hands together at your heart centre. Just take a moment to check in with yourself. Perhaps remember what it is you have to be grateful for. And then inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, we'll fold forwards. So hands come down to the floor or to the shins, halfway lift as you inhale, as you exhale, hands down. And then we're going to step the right foot back behind us and bring the right knee down onto our mats. So if you've got some yoga bricks, you could work with your yoga bricks here, especially if you've got shorter arms. If you're happy without them, then hands to the floor, and we'll just find some movements. As you inhale, hips forwards, lift up through the heart, and as you exhale, take it back. Inhale, draw it forwards, lift up through the heart, and exhale, take it back. One more. Inhale, draw it forwards, exhale, take it back. And then inhale to come forwards. We're going to bring the hands up onto the left thigh. You can always pop a cushion or a blanket underneath that right knee if you need padding. Squeeze in the inner thighs and then bring the hips forwards. And we'll take the arms up alongside the ears. So we're going to drop the right hand down between your shoulder blades. Take the left hand to your right elbow and draw the elbow back behind the head. Now it might be that you stay there, it might be that you can take your left arm behind you and then the hand comes up so you can hook onto your opposite fingers. A little bit of shoulder opening while we're here, opening the hips. Just lifting up through the heart space. Keep squeezing in the inner thighs, bring some strength into the hips as well as some flexibility. One more breath. And then release your hands down either side of your left foot. Tuck your right toes under and step back through to plank. And from there, we'll drop our knees down onto the mat and come all the way down. So bringing your hands underneath your shoulders as you inhale, just a gentle back bend here, cobra. Try not to hunch the shoulders up, keep them nice and soft. And then as you exhale, come all the way back down. And let's find our way back into child's pose. So hips back towards the heels, forehead down on your mat. Couple of breaths here. If you want to rest your arms, you can always take them alongside you. And then from there, as you inhale, come back up onto all fours. We'll tuck our toes and find our way back into downwards facing dog. Draw in the lower abdomen, lengthen the hips up and back. And then looking forward, softening the knees, we're going to walk the feet forward between the hands. Find a halfway lift. As you exhale, fold in head to legs. Have a couple of breaths here. Again, bend the knees if the back of the legs is tight. If you've got any back issues, it might be kinder to soften the knees. And then from there, everyone soften the knees, and as you inhale, bring yourself back through to upright. Hands back through to the heart centre. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. Inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, folding forward. So bend the knees if you need to. Hands to the floor or the shins. Halfway lift as you inhale. As you exhale, hands down. And this time we'll step the left foot back. So your left knee comes down onto your mat. And then finding that movement. Inhale, drawing the heart forwards. Exhale, taking the hips back. Inhale to draw the heart forwards. Exhale to take the hips back. Let's do one more. Inhale to come forwards. Exhale to take it back. Inhale to come forwards, and then hands are coming up onto your right thigh. So again, padding underneath the left knee. If you need it, squeeze in the inner thighs and then draw the hips forwards. And then taking the arms up alongside the ears, we'll drop the left hand down between the shoulder blades. So right hand to left elbow, we'll gently draw the elbow back behind the head. You might choose to stay there, or you may take your right arm behind you and see if you can catch a hold of your left fingers. Lifting up through the heart space. And one more breath. And then from there, take your hands down to frame your right foot, tuck your left toes and step back through into your plank pose. So we'll drop the knees down onto the mat. We're going to lower ourselves all the way down. Untuck the toes. Inhale, just a gentle back bend. Can't speak today. You might only just bring your shoulders a really small amount away from the floor. You might feel you can come in a bit deeper. It's just whatever feels right for you. And then as you exhale, come all the way down. Hands stay underneath the shoulders. Inhale to come up onto all fours. And then nice and slowly, we'll find a way back into our child's pose. Take one more breath. And then as you inhale, bring your hands in towards you and come through into a kneeling position. So you can always sit on a couple of blocks or bricks if this isn't comfortable for you. And if it's still not comfortable, just come through to any comfortable seat. We're going to take a twist. So left hand onto the right thigh, the right hand comes behind you. Lengthen the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, twisting round to your right hand side. Each inhale, you reach up through the crown of the head. Your exhales take you into your movement, into your twist. One more breath. And then inhale, bring it back through to centre. And we'll come through to the other side. Right hand against the left thigh, left hand behind you. Lengthen first, and as you exhale, twist around to your left hand side. Take one more breath. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to come back through to centre. Take your hands back out in front of you. Tuck your toes. One last time, we'll come through into our downwards facing dog. And then when you're ready, we're going to come through to a seated position and lie yourself back down on your mat. So a very short practice today, but still taking just a few moments for our Shavasana, just softening through the muscles, the face. And again, maybe just taking a moment or two here to remember what it is that you have to be grateful for. If you manage to roll your mat out and do your practice, and your body allowed you to do that, then you have something to be grateful for. Stay here as long as you need to. Namaste.